You don't want none.
I'm good, I believe I'll die. I believe I will die. I believe I'll die. I believe I will die. I believe I'll die. I believe I will die. I believe I'll die. I'm good, I believe I'll die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the first ever Heel Brothers podcast. My name is Nathan. I am with Alan, and we are your Heel Brothers. Welcome to the program and this platform of Spotify. We're on Spotify and YouTube with this podcast. We create videos all the time, and we decided to finally start a podcast with you guys, just kind of hang out, chill out, talk some Tar Heels, man, and whatever else that comes up, dude. How you doing tonight, brother?
Good, great, fantastic. All the superlatives, all the superlatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you been having a beetle invasion? Tell me about
Beetle
that.
invasion. Yeah. I don't know. Just turn on the lights and the sun goes down, and it's just like
Beetles everywhere.
beetles everywhere, bro. I probably got like 100 dead on my concrete, and yeah, it's fantastic. You know, just get the little broom and.
You know, I haven't really saw any of those at all, by the way. Like I after you mentioned that to me, I looked everywhere, but and you know, like I delivered right in, you know, not too far from your area.
I don't know. Maybe they come out of the trees. I don't know.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad you got that invasion. Dude, how you feeling right now with the basketball team, dude? So the season's over. You know, we still haven't done a post-mortem show. We got to talk about that. Yeah, no joke. I'm not going to lie. We had a lot of Alabama guys hop into our comments after that game. That is, and even actually after, even now,
Yeah.
even after the Clemson win, they are still hopping in our mentions and hollering at us, dude. I don't know. It just evidently in the video that I posted, it was the post game that I did, and I kind of talked very briefly about Alabama and Clemson. I said it was going to be like a pretty solid game, and I was looking forward to it because I felt like they were two teams that kind of mirrored each other in a sense, especially the way Alabama played defense against us, and then again when they played it against Clemson. But people were, I don't know if I said friggin', hey, there's a, you know, I'm rooting for Clemson. I have to go back and rewatch that. I don't think that I said that, but evidently somebody on there must have took that I was saying that. If I did, again, I don't know. And it was like, oh, you still rooting for Clemson? This is after Bama won against Clemson.
Yeah.
And it was a Bama guy. And he was like, oh, you still rooting for Clemson?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bama fans are interesting.
I don't know, bro. It's like I want to get Nate Oates like a North Carolina doll and be like, point on this doll where North Carolina hurt your feelings. Cause
tell him where he touched you.
Like, point on this doll like where he hurt your because he's always saying something like off.
Yeah.
It's like, after the game, he commented, it's like, oh, you know, them Carolina boys ain't got no more practices now. Because, you know, Hubert Davis made a big deal about, you know, their goal at the beginning of the year is to have 100 practices.
Yeah.
If you have 100 practices, you make it to Sweet 16. You know, it's been, you know, they've talked about it. He's talked about it. And, you know, so I don't know if Nate Oates caught wind of that, and he was like, well, them boys in Carolina ain't got no more practices. So
Nate Oates is always kind of saying something.
I can't wait until UConn drags. And
you
just
think so?
Drags Alabama. And
You think so?
I'm at Nate Oates and like, well, guess you ain't got no more practices, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, he was kind of talking about it a little bit today, like at work, man. They kind of got a shot. They got a shot if they hit shots.
They're gonna have to hit like 23s. 20.
Well,
Klingum. Man, that 7-foot white boy just going to be nasty with him.
Dude, did you see the FAU big man hit the portal?
Yeah, I saw somebody from 247 shared that the FAU guy hit the portal. But everybody says the center from Stanford's is hitting the portal or hit the portal, and that North Carolina should get him. They said the
I saw
FAU
him.
guys.
He's been mentioned a lot with Carolina, like a lot.
The FA. Everybody apparently says the FAU guy's going to Michigan.
Why?
I don't know. Want to be a worse version or a better version of Dickerson, I guess.
I know they got rid of Jawan up there. Did they ever bring in a guy?
I don't
I
know.
haven't heard of them bringing in a guy. If they did, I don't know.
Maybe we should have some of our podcast connections.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we got some pretty cool news happening next week. We've had teasers all over the place, dude. I'm excited for that.
Dude, I'm so thirsty. I don't know.
Really?
Jesus.
Is it because you did your workouts for the Heel Brothers training camp?
No.
Come on, bro. You got to join up the Heel Brothers training camp.
I'm gonna do it. I don't know. Left the house, went, got pizza, came home, ate, and it was bad time. Bad time for the kids. Bad time for me, and just a lot. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you notice your camera with all wonky jawed on you?
There we go. Hello, guys. Yes, I'm sporting the Tar Heels. Yes.
Put your tits up, man.
Tar Heels. No, those aren't tits. Those are bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, dude. The Diamond Hills moved up to 10th, bro.
I saw that.
I'm not gonna lie, man. North Carolina's looking really good right now.
They play Virginia Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough. Is that on the road too?
No midweek game.
Who do they have? Like, I know they've got. So they got Virginia on the road. Where is Virginia ranked? Aren't they in like the top 10, top 5, something like that?
I don't think so.
Oh dang! I thought they were, man.
No. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Tuesday in Charlotte.
I mean, where do you think the baseball team could go like this year? Personally, I think it's a race between them and Clemson, and there's one other team.
I mean, it was a long way. I mean, they're close to the halfway point.
Yeah,
there's a lot of baseball
this
that
is
could be played.
Week 8.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna have to wake up, bro.
I'm telling you, son. But yeah, something like that. I think I was listening to Scott Ford today. He's like, they're right around the halfway point of the season. So they're like 20, 24, and 25 and 4, 29 and 4. Yeah. Mid-20s and 4. I know they've only lost 4 games all season.
Yeah, they lost 2 to ECU and then 2 in the ACC.
2 to Clemson. Miami.
Miami. That was it. And that's all.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, I really want that ECU series back. ECU does not look that good. They just don't. I mean, I guess you win some, you lose some. It was a back and forth.
Yeah.
You going to make it over there?
Yeah, I'm going to make it. Yeah. It's the only sport with a round bat and a round ball and they chose to square it up. So that's a pretty hard sport.
Well, yeah, that's pretty tough right there. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the baseball team seemingly brought in some really good guys this year.
Yeah, they had a really good recruiting class. D'Onofrio, freshman. Ryan Stevenson, freshman. Ryan Stevenson hit a 453-foot home run in Wake Forest this weekend.
14 daggum home runs for them.
14 home runs in 3 days.
That's nuts, dude.
I
don't know what it is. Wake Forest, Wake Forest was a team that came in ranked number 1 in the nation, coming into the country, and then they just have fallen off bad. Like I think they're 21th now, 21st.
I mean, that's a preseason ranking, so I mean, I guess from what they had coming back from last year, and people coming in this year. I mean, they definitely have the offensive capability to be a good team. But I don't think that's a Wake Forest team that's playing that's as bad as how they're playing right now. because Burns, the Friday night starter, he struck out 14. I mean, he gave up four home runs, 6 runs, but struck out 14.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was literally feast or famine. And I mean, he's a legit pro. I mean, he's throwing 97 to 100. His fastballs are 97 to 100. Has great off. I mean, he'll be a major leaguer next year.
Right. There's a few of those on this team. Vance Honeycutt being the clear number one guy there.
And Vance Honeycutt is,
one of one.
Once in a generation. He's
so good, dude.
He's a Drake May, and he's struggling at the plate right now. So
he is. I noticed that. Now I did think it was. I freaking love when he stole home, man. The other day against Wake Forest, that's just awesome, dude. I felt like North Carolina kind of got to a point against Wake Forest. They were kind of toying with them a little bit.
Oh no, was that game 1? Or was that Saturday? No, that was Sunday.
The plate seal?
Yeah, North Carolina was down by 2. Casey Cook had a home run. Let's see.
Casey Cook started off the daggum series with the home run.
Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, game 1.
Yeah.
So Sunday, Wake Forest hit a 2-run home run in I think it's the bottom. Is it the bottom of the second or bottom of the third? So either in the top of the third or top of the fourth, Casey Cook hit a home run, 1-0. Vance got on, made it to third. I can't remember who was on first, but they put the double still on, and the pitcher was a left-hander. So he
had his back to Vance.
He had his back to Vance. So clearly, the guy stealing second, he saw. He steps off the mound towards second, and then he realizes, oh crap, there's somebody on third.
Yeah.
Spins around, throws it to the plate, and it was dang close. But Vance is just so stinking fast.
He's quick, dude.
Yeah, and just slid in just right. I mean, 1 second later, he's hosed at the plate, and that ties the game. Then the next batter grounds out, and that inning's over. Then that game just turns into you score, we score, you score, we score, you score. And then eventually, I think top of the ninth, North Carolina hits like a 3-run home run to go up by 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think they had runners on first and third. And then I forgot who it was, steps up to the plate and just crack. And when I heard it crack, I said, well, that's gone. It's short up because I was up at Anna Paul's and I was sitting there watching it with Paul because Paul hadn't been able to watch any of the games because the ACC and Dish Network and something of that nature, they can't watch it. So he was, he said, I always keep an eye on the ticker to see how they do. He said he actually got to watch the Braves for the first time the other night that they had played and
played the Phillies.
Yeah, I think that's exactly who he said it was, and we started kind of watching and keeping an eye on that game, and then right after that home run,
the very next pitch, the next batter hits a home run.
Well, yeah, they talk at the mound for a minute, and they're thinking like me and Paul were thinking, all right, here comes the pitching change, here it comes, and then nope, guy just serves it right up, crack. I said, well, that's gone. And then it was 14-10, and they never saw the light of day again after that. But, dude, such a great game, man. And I'm honestly just getting into baseball now for the very first time. Really, I kind of started to get into it last year, but this year has just been great.
That was a good series. I mean, it'll speak well, for a regional, being able to host a regional and maybe host a super regional, depending on how well they do for the remainder of the season. But
yeah.
But no, that was a good series win. They got a couple days off. They go to Virginia. They leave for Virginia Wednesday, play Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, off Sunday and Monday, and they'll travel down. They'll play South Carolina.
We'll be there. We'll be there for that.
We'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're vlogging that thing too. It's gonna be fun. First baseball game we've ever been to together. We're vlogging that bad boy because why not? Shoot, all the games we go to, why not do that? I think it's gonna be
It's
fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been in Truist Park either.
a good park. It's nice. It's pretty. I mean, it's a good looking park. Legit.
They
You
also
know,
do the
legit
fireworks
field
after
size.
Huh?
It's a legit size field. You know.
Yeah.
So
They do the fireworks after that game too,
no,
like
I
they do
don't
with the
believe
Knights.
so.
Oh, okay. But so I know with the Knights they do one every after every single game they run some type of like fireworks show. I've been right by the stadium like 4 or 5 times. Like I've looked into it, but I've never actually stepped foot in it or even on the grounds of it. I've always been across the street.
Yeah,
Just going to the Charlotte
that's a real
games.
good looking stadium. You know, it's a minor league stadium, but it's a real nice facility.
Do you
Which you'll
see where
get
the
to see.
MLB were potentially looking at Charlotte as like a potential expansion team?
What you mean expansion team? Like a pro MLB team?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that'll work. Atlanta's too close.
Yeah. Not only that, and Charlotte can't field a good team at all.
The
Not the
Knights?
Panthers.
Oh,
Panthers, not the Panthers, not the Hornets. The Checkers don't do bad, but they're also minor league.
got the Hurricanes.
That's in Raleigh.
Still a North Carolina based team.
Well, I mean, it's North Carolina based. That's fine. I'm talking about Charlotte as it is. Like Charlotte, it just absolutely.
I mean, the Panthers are on the downslide. I mean, you know,
Big
peaks
time
and
downside.
valleys, peaks and valleys.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of blame more of the downside on Tepper because Jesus, that dude is a poor man's Jerry Jones.
Well, I think they're both very rich.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely got some ego.
He owns 2 NFL teams.
Who does he own?
Pittsburgh.
Is he still a part of that group, or did he leave from there and come majority full on here?
I'm pretty sure he still has part ownership.
Shoot, I didn't know that. I have to look that up.
I'm
I
pretty
didn't know
sure.
if he still had that. As a matter of fact, I'll do that now.
Okay.
You still yawning, bro?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to take something, man. No, it looks like he sold his share and became full owner of the Panthers here. Yeah, that's it. So he sold that share to come full on with the Panthers. Man, go back to Pittsburgh, dude. They got a good little group over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of football, North Carolina, man. It's preseason.
Trash. I mean, hey,
wow, bro. Jesus, that's messed up. No, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm actually looking forward to this team, man. I'm curious to see what it is. I'm curious to see what these young guys are like. No, I'm looking forward to this team for a whole other reason. I want to see the recruited class that's coming and see what the players are like. See what this team's going to be like now with the NFL quarterbacks are gone. They're not here anymore. No more Sam. No more Drake. I believe the expectation is now off because everybody came in the last season thinking, oh, North Carolina should be at the top of the ACC and up there with Clemson and Florida State should be FSU, Clemson, North Carolina in that order. Louisville was kind of thought as like an afterthought, maybe a 4th best there. And they've got the NFL quarterback. They've got Max got to get it done. Now it's nobody really knows what's going on with North Carolina. But I think North Carolina's gotten some good pickups, and I'm curious to see, especially with the coaching staff on the defensive side, the minister of mayhem, that is Jeff Collins. Dude, I'm looking forward to that, dude. What about you, man?
No.
You're great at this.
I mean, I'm ready for football season, but I mean, I don't have any expectations. I mean, they go. I could see them being below 500, and I could see them being, a successful season being 8 wins.
Wait, you could see them going below 8 or below 500 this year?
Well, I could have this. Why not? I mean,
have you saw their schedule?
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
Just load the box and keep them wide hands for running wild and dare
Got
Max
any belief
Johnson.
in the quarterbacks?
Oh, wow.
Well, Max Johnson's coming from the SEC. He's played a bunch. What is his 4th year, 5th year, something like that?
He's played a bunch, but he don't have any real success.
I mean, he played for LSU and played pretty good. Texas A&M played pretty good.
Mm.
The only problem, I think, the biggest problem with him has been his injury issues because he has had injury issues. That's the biggest problem.
So, I mean, North Carolina's not known for its, offensive line strength. So,
I do like the 2nd year under Randy Clements, the guys that he's brought in, especially Howard Sampson. Like he's big, he's big, he's nasty. He played great for North Texas. Also, what is that? Greenwich out of Georgia Tech, another big
fella.
guy, big, nasty. Willie Lampkin's still there, big, nasty.
No, he's little and nasty.
Well, yeah, there you go.
He's
but
little.
still, give me that
he's
guy.
Little. He's little. It's okay to call him little because he's little.
Well, he's big in heart, and by God, he plays like he's big. That's for sure.
More taller than him.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're not short fellas.
Only 6'1",
6'3". Still, not little fellas for that matter. But with him bringing in Sampson, Greenwich, keeping Lampkin, and some of the I've been hearing.
Didn't we get a guy from Georgia, an offensive lineman from Georgia?
Blasky. Thank you for reminding me of that. Blasky, right there.
Yeah.
Big fella. I think
Starting
he's like
center,
6'5",
probably.
6'6". No, I think starting center will probably be Willie. That's his natural born position.
No, too small.
He played it last year whenever
No.
Gainer was out.
He played it in the bowl game, and then he was getting absolutely ran over, so they moved him. I'm telling you, Willie Lampkin will not be your starting center next year.
I'd be curious to see how that.
Put 100 on it.
I don't think that Blasky's a center though.
Put 100 on it.
I think he's just interior lineman.
Oh, you want to put money on it?
I don't bet.
That's just me.
I don't bet. I've never bet.
Willie Lampkin will not be your starting center next year. This year,
I'm curious to see how that new lineup runs because it's all brand new outside of Willie,
basically.
Which is fine though, because honestly, I think we needed to get rid of that. I felt like we needed to get rid of that offensive line because you had maxed out them. You got best you were going to get out of them. Travion Green. Unfortunately, Diego Pounds got poached, but such is life these days.
If you got a bunch more money, I honestly think Diego Pounds just came to play with Drake that one year, and after Drake's out of here, he was like, "See ya," going to where the money is.
It wouldn't surprise me, especially once he got on the field and shown who he could be. Because Diego Pounds, I thought played great. I thought he had a great year last year. And he came out there because he wasn't expected to start immediately, but there was entry on the O-line, and he got put in. What game was that? I think it was a game that I was at.
Yeah.
Minnesota game. Yeah, I was in the sentence there. Me, Wes, and Ariel were there.
The Gophers.
Yeah. Which we open up this year. I wouldn't mind going to that game. I still have heavily thought about it. Dude, who the heck do they have on? Who do they got as a quarterback? Seriously.
I don't know.
Dude, why do you even wear the Tar Heel logo stuff? You don't even root for the team.
I'm a pessimist.
You're a downer, bro.
And look where it got me. I told you that North Carolina was probably going to lose to Alabama. And you don't doubt this team, bro. Don't doubt this team.
You didn't say they were probably going to lose to Alabama.
When that conversation we had on the telephone that one day, I was like, this is looking a lot. This matchup looks a lot like the Auburn game. The only difference, we didn't get run out of the building.
Well, I'd say that was a game you just lost. one guy got better. Just one guy kept going off, and they had no answer for it.
Grant Nelson, he had like 8
Yeah.
points the next game. It's fantastic. Anyway.
And that's all you need, dude. That's all you need right there.
Can't stand Nate Oates is like right up there with the coaches I hate most in college basketball right now.
What's that list looking like?
Probably Dan Hurley and Nate Oates are probably tied.
Really? You don't like Hurley?
He's just, I don't know. Just acts like a dork on the sidelines. Just mad at everything. Like if something doesn't go like UConn's way, like yelling and screaming and spitting. It's just like, shut up, bro. Just shut up.
Coach K, number 2?
Yeah, I could definitely see it. He's related. One of the Bobby Hurley, didn't he go to Duke? Pretty sure.
Oh.
Maybe Duke should have hired Dan Hurley to be coach. Maybe they might actually be worth a damn. Dang, sorry.
What, you don't think John Shire can get it done, Bo?
I mean, you ain't got it done yet.
I mean, neither has Hubert. He has made it farther, though.
Made it to the Natty.
Had it.
Retired Coach K and killed Coach K. So.
Great times.
I'm pretty sure Coach K is like 0-3, 0-4 when either coaching or in attendance to a Hubert Davis, North Carolina team.
Yeah, the 2 losses. The 2 losses. His last year coaching. He was in attendance this year.
Senior night, yeah. So 0-3. That's
and then in attendance against Arizona this year too. Yeah, Caleb Love sent him home, sent him packing.
It's just.
Speaking of coaches, though, but do you think that we're maybe is this Mac Brown's last year? If it doesn't go well,
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think if what you say is going to happen, and you say you want to happen here, with Carolina going,
I didn't say I want them to go below 500.
I think you do. I think you do just that way. On the other side of it, you say, "Ha, told you, I was right."
Maybe I wouldn't mind it just so the program. Maybe we could maybe the Athletic would just blow the whole thing up and restart.
Is that what you want?
I mean, it's been 5 years, 5 years of, mediocre defense, 5 years of, good starts, bad finishes, 5 years of, 8 wins. That's good. We don't get 8 wins around here often. Yeah,
that gets on my nerves.
I don't think you were hired to, get to 8 wins and be satisfied, coach. But nobody wants to say that in a press conference.
Did you listen to his interview the other day with Josh Payton?
Yeah, well, I listened to the pre-game, pre-spring practice where he said, I know we've been saying this, that, and the other. Now it's time to stop talking and start doing. But Matt Brown always wins the offseason, bro.
He does. But honestly, I do believe that there's something – because you can see his moves.
Unicorns' butt.
Huh?
He's always shooting rainbows out of unicorns' butts.
By the way, I promise, ladies and gentlemen, he is a Tar Heel fan. I promise. I really do. I promise.
I am.
Yeah. But
and as always, go Heels.
Oh my God. No. I honestly, I do think, Mac Brown's always going to have the right words to say. But honestly, I do think that there is that part in him. But I think he really does mean those words, and he's pissed off that it's not working. Everything he's tried. So, and I think that's why when you have a Jeff Collins hire, a guy that goes against everything that he's had, it's like, okay, this is my last try at it.
So let's just say Nick Saban pulls a Tom Brady and says, it's not Alabama, it's me. Just say he comes and says, I want to coach North Carolina. You don't think Nick Saban can get North Carolina into a national championship in less than 5 years?
That's difficult. And I'll tell you why that's difficult.
Wow. Nick Saban.
NIL.
Everybody wants to play for Nick Saban. How many decommitments did Alabama have when Nick Saban announced his retirement?
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, could Nick Saban come in and get Carolina to a national championship in 5 years? No.
Wow.
Because number one, just take it from Nick Saban's mouth. He says everything that I came into this thing for is completely different now. Everybody wants money, and they want
I'm
money.
not talking about coming in right now. If they'd have hired Nick Saban when they hired Matt Brown,
Well, you would have had a better of a shot. I'm not saying it would have happened, but I do believe you'd probably at least have an ACC championship by now. At least.
because Sam Howell's first year, they were decent.
Yeah.
I think Nick Saban
was it that year or the year after that was their best defensive year that they've had?
the year after.
Right. That's the one they went to the Orange Bowl, right?
Their second year.
Right.
Is when they went to the Orange Bowl.
Should have been in the ACC championship.
Their third year was the year they started preseason ranked 10, 5,
10.
5,
10.
or 10.
10.
And they got up to 5 at one point in time and laid an egg in Florida State. That might have been the Orange Bowl year.
That was the Orange Bowl year.
Yeah.
It was the 10th year they went in and they started the season in Virginia Tech and lost to Virginia Tech, unranked Virginia Tech.
Okay.
That was the bad year. That was Sam's last.
Nick Saban year one sees what he has. Nick Saban with the cachet that he has will be able to attract a better defensive coach sooner. He'll be able to recruit either through the portal or through high school better defensive players, so the defense is automatically going to be better for year two. The offense is going to be the same. Year three, you come in ranked 10th. So you got 2 years to prepare for the 10th ranked Tar Heels. They're not going to lay an egg in Virginia Tech because they're coached by Nick Saban. Then you roll that over to Drake May. Dude, it's 100% feasible Nick Saban would have had this team in the national title conversation.
I think it's a little difficult to say that because Nick Saban also didn't retire from football, 8 to 10 years prior and was out for all that time. Yeah, he had the connection still, but me and you both watch Jason Staples and whatnot. We think he does a great job over there at Inside Carolina. But Staples laid it out perfectly. When you, as a coach, when you're coming up and you're coaching, you have a coaching circle, and that circle you like to typically stay in. But older coaches, it gets harder. The longer that you coach, that group of people get older with you, and then eventually they start phasing out. Well, Mac Brown left and said, this is enough. It's done. He retired at Texas. And he was in the ESPN game for, I don't know, however many years that was. But then he comes out. So now he has to reestablish a connection again with people. Now, he still has people he could call. And I think those are the people that you saw him call. Tim Cross from Texas. God bless. What was the other one? He brought one or two others with him out of that Texas run that he had there. Brought Tim Cross, and he held on to that for as long as possible because, hey, I've won with this guy. It's worked. We've done it before. And then they went back to the Gene Chizik route. They tried that out. Mac Brown had to realize.
That was a failed experiment. That's 2 years wasted.
Right. And it is. And it's something that he thought, okay, maybe, you bring Chizik back. It was the best.
Drake May's 2 seasons.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that it happened that way. But I think Mac Brown has been trying to figure out who he can call. And he's called the people that are probably associated with the college and would want to come there because North Carolina, outside of the years when Mac Brown was here the first time, hasn't been a great football school. They had the one magical year in 2015, and Chiswick was a part of that year. So I'm like, okay, I can see where his mind's at.
But offenses were
But
different
at the same
in
time,
2015.
so what now?
The way the offensive run in 2015 and the way offenses run in 2023 are two completely different things.
Well, still pretty highly prolific. I mean, still really good offenses, you know. Now that one, if I'm mistaken or not, but didn't that one run a lot more?
Yeah, and
Or was it?
there's a difference. I mean, there wasn't this spread offense. You know,
Right.
it just wasn't spread it out, sling it. Then I'm sorry, Gene Chiswick's philosophy just doesn't work now.
Right, and it don't, and we've understood that now. And
I
I
mean,
feel
that
like
should have been
Mac tried to
understood
call
from
it
the
because
beginning.
not everybody. Now, if we're talking basketball, it's different, but not every, and maybe even lower level sports like your field hockey, things of that nature. Not everybody, especially in the football world, are not pining to come to North Carolina to coach. There are better opportunities. North Carolina is not that it school. They've had their heyday. It is the brand North Carolina, but you can see there have been preferences made, and football is not at the top of them. I think that's why the whole big NIL collective has been a big topic of conversation because it's just not there for football. And that's why I'm glad to see like Hills for Life and somebody else doing the Rams Club doing things to try and up that NIL money, which hopefully will help because the Hills for Life pulled off that thing. What was it? What was it? Hold the Line or something like that this past
$1
offseason.
million.
Yeah, in like a couple of weeks. And like freaking, it's great. So now that Mac Brown initially came in to say, I want to make North Carolina relevant again. Okay, well, you've accomplished that. Well, now it's time to accomplish more. You hit 9 wins. The problem I feel like this team has had one defensive consistency that is number 100% at the top. Consistently, your defense has to be something. If anything, if they're going to be consistently bad, make them consistently bad. Consistently good or decent, make it consistent somewhere and then work it from there, right? Keep consistency there. And Carolina has been so good. Mac Brown's talked about it a bunch. Everybody has talked about it. Carolina can be so good defensively and then so bad defensively. It's an up and down spiral. You never know what you're going to get. You wake up and might have a decent defense that day. You go to sleep and wake up the next day and they're god awful. So what's the consistency there? Building depth, which I do like the depth that they have. Now, this year's team has got to play depth. You got to trust them. You have to trust them. Like last year when Drake was a game against Syracuse and already up like 30-7 or whatever, something of that nature. And it was the mid to late third quarter. Why is Drake in that game? Let Connor get in there. Let Connor play. Let Amari Campbell in there. Let Caleb Cost in there. Why are we waiting until the bowl game to do these things? Why does Amari Campbell come out against Clemson, have 3 amazing reps on time, on target, hitting people hard, and then you yank him out and you never see him for the rest of the game? And Cedric Gray's, is just tired, and Power's tired. And Kamen Rucker's tired. Bo Atkinson showed out. When he was let on the field, he played great, I thought. Why aren't these guys playing? And I feel like that's the biggest question this year. So that's why I say it's a difference. You can't. Nick Saban, probably could, because his group is more wide known, more well spread. Max isn't. So I can understand why Max hires have been what they were. Now, obviously, as fans, we don't agree with them. Maybe we can understand that writing on the wall a little bit more than he does. But I give him credit. I feel like he's starting to assemble a really good coaching staff here, and especially on defense. I like the hire of Jeff Collins. I thought Jason Jones was a great hire back last year. I think he's working really good with them. Tommy Thigpen at linebackers coach, you can clearly see he's done a great job there. Jeremiah Gemmel, Cedric Gray, Power Eccles. Freaking awesome. And then what was it? Was it Strobridge or who was it that played linebacker before then when Mac first came back? Was it Strobridge or something to the effect?
No, the quarterback turned linebacker.
Oh, Chasserette. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, good old Chaz.
Aaron Strobridge was a defensive lineman.
That is right. I apologize. Also, Surratt still playing in the NFL.
Trash.
For the last thing with the Jets, I believe.
Yep. Jets.
So
Jets.
But no, do you like? Okay, play hypothetical with me.
Just blow it up and restart. Keep the defensive coach. Just blow it up and restart.
Well, okay, so this kind of leads into my question. Do you think that if that was to happen,
blow it up,
is the coach on the team now?
Blow it up. Just blow it up.
You're not answering my question here.
If they go if they're below 500 this season, do you blow up the program up and start from the bottom brick? Yes.
Everybody gone.
Everybody?
That's what you're saying here. Because that's what I'm asking. Like, if they blow it up, is the coach on the team now?
The head coach now.
Do you think North Carolina could attract a decent head coach out of somewhere? Like, let's throw an idea out here. The offensive coordinator for Clemson, what's his name? Riley. Garrett Riley. Everybody talks highly about him. Now, his offense last year sucked, but do you think North Carolina could attract that guy?
I mean, why not? I mean, I'm sure Matt Brown's making a pretty penny.
Yeah, I don't know where what he's looking like. I know he's.
I know he takes a little bit.
Huh?
Who don't like free Jordans?
Well, free Jordans can only go so much. Isn't that what they said about the NC State transfer?
He just wanted free Jordans.
Yeah.
Maybe they're right, man. Maybe he just likes blue better than red.
I like blue better than red. I think anybody should like blue better than red.
I mean, I don't even have red in my closet.
I've only got one red shirt.
I don't have any red shirts.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. That's it.
I don't even have any that other blue shirts in my closet.
The only thing I have, there's blue on my Rams shirt just because that's what the Rams have. It's just their royal blue. I really wish I'd go back to the navy. I love that color pattern so much, dude.
It's 2 colors you don't find in my closet.
Yeah, and the other one is on my wrist now, but that's for personal reasons.
I know it's personal reasons, and that's why it's on my nightstand.
Yeah,
not on my wrist.
Love the fellow. I'll root for him. He's doing better, by the way. Really good.
Yeah, I heard today.
Good. I forgot to call him and ask him if he ended up making it to a acute care, but that's neither here nor there.
She said they moved him back to Charlotte, CMC.
Okay, so good. That worked. Then he got it because he got denied by the insurance.
They moved him back to CMC.
Sweet. Okay, good. Then
for some intense therapy.
Yeah, he needs to get back on the field. But dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to the football season this year. I'm excited for the JMU game. That's gonna be a fun game. I have a feeling that's gonna be a good back and forth. Carolina wins that game. You got Carolina winning that game. You just did 1-0.
No.
You might want to switch it.
So
basically, what you're saying is, in North Carolina's first 3 games, they're 1-2.
I can see it, especially if Max Johnson lays an egg.
I think they win against Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota's good offensively yet, still, and you're still going to have to score points. still going to have to score points. And I feel like this Carolina offense will still be able to score points. Especially, I don't see that's why. If you're Connor Harrell, do you leave the program if you don't get the starting job this year?
Yeah, I don't think so because Max Johnson has a tendency to get hurt.
That he does, but he also has 2 years eligibility. So if he does well,
if he does well, then you probably if Max Johnson does well, then yeah, at the end of the season, you're Jacoby Criswell, and you say, "See ya."
Yeah, I hate that because honestly, I think Connor Harrell would be a good ambassador for this team. I think he'd be a good leader team. I honestly think he'd be a good quarterback. I mean, his first real live game, I thought he played well. Had a couple of misreads. Unfortunately, ended up being turnovers in the end zone, but still, I thought he played well. And then unfortunately got hurt, but kept playing, and he was hindered a little bit. What?
Devin Booker just dropped 52.
Oh, nice. Good for him. I don't know, man. This team is a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks. But I kind of like it.
They won't be answered until September.
I know, man. I hate that. I can't. Oh, it will get answered pretty soon. Did you see the little snippet today?
No.
On the Pat McAfee show, Kirk Herbstreit, the guy that hates Florida State, evidently, dropped a little nugget. I don't know if he meant to or not, but I think the college football game is going to be dropped in July. Which means on the channel, we're going to be playing that, and I'm going to see if I can't. I'm going to fire and retire Mac Brown. I'm going to be his predecessor here, and I'm going to see if I can't take him to the game.
Maybe you can lead North Carolina to start him.
Yeah, I've heard there's going to be like NIL and everything in there.
Just name the starting QB after me.
I don't know if I'd want him to be so much of a downer like you.
6'1". I could be the next Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's 5'8", 5'9".
So I'd be a better version of him.
I think Sam Howell wasn't he like 6'1", 6'2"?
Somewhere.
I can't wait for him to play in Seattle, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't play what?
I can't wait for him to play for Seattle.
Oh, you think he plays?
I think he beats Geno.
Probably.
Even like the GM said, "Oh yeah, Geno Smith is our starting quarterback until he's not." Right after the Howell trade.
Well, I mean, he did do pretty good last year. Now, Geno.
Geno didn't do that good last year. The year prior, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
But Sam Howell also. I think Sam Howell's going to be a good quarterback. Get him a decent offensive line with a guy that can develop quarterbacks really well. I think he could be pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be, and I'm excited to see where Drake goes. Where do you think? So, okay, you've been seeing the lineup with the like the first 5 picks. They've got Drake right now at 3, behind Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
and then JJ McCarthy snuck all the way up to 5th. I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Because he won a natty.
Well, that's great. That and Harbaugh is absolutely lighting him up.
I mean, when does the NFL stop relying on the Big Ten quarterbacks? I mean,
well,
okay, outside of CJ Stroud.
I was about to say he's doing a good job.
Okay, outside of CJ Stroud. But Jesus Christ, I mean, especially if you're a quarterback from Ohio State and you're really good in college. Again, outside of CJ Stroud, and you go in the first round, you might as well just retire your cleats then, bro, because you're not going. What was that, Dwayne Haskins?
He's also dead. The one Big Ten quarterback you go for. What the fudge, man?
Bro, rest in peace, Mr. Haskins. I'm sorry,
bro.
Didn't he get hit by a car?
I think so. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Now that you
Good
mention
Lord.
it, I think he did get hit by a car.
You know what? It's been great being on Spotify for our first episode. We're going off Spotify. We're probably canceled out of YouTube.
Oh man, yeah, we're getting reported and kicked off.
Yeah,
And
go Heels.
Go Hills. It's been fun. R.I.P. the Hill Brothers.
Okay, stop.
Hey, good thing this isn't live. It's not out there entirely. We can always edit. You can always edit this part out.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh man.
So Big Ten quarterbacks, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, Big Ten quarterbacks. Yeah. Don't trust the Big Ten quarterbacks. Yeah.
What's another good Ohio State Big Ten quarterback? C.J. Stroud. Who was the last one to come out? One before Stroud. Who was the one before Stroud?
I don't know.
I need Eric here. Eric can tell me. Daggone, that was another one.
I don't know. You got a Google machine in front of you.
I do have a Google machine. I keep forgetting I have it. Ohio State QBs recent. Well, they had Kyle McCord last year.
Yeah, that's not really fair.
Didn't he go all the way to? I think he was Syracuse, wasn't he? Justin Fields.
Ah, yes, Justin Fields.
Yeah. Think he gets a starting job over Russ?
The notorious Chicago Bear.
Yeah. Well, Pittsburgh Steeler now.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's who Mike Tomlin likes more. I don't know.
I think they went out and got Justin Fields as a security blanket because, like, Russell Wilson has to a point now, like, he's not where he needs to be. Like, he's had a great career, but he's getting older and it's starting to obviously see. Like, you can see it.
Yeah, he just needs to go, retire on a beach with Sierra.
In Team 3.
Yeah, Team 3.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we're gonna hop out of here. We've been going for about an hour now. I'm gonna head out. Seems like you got one of the kids over there having a blast.
Yeah, he's having a meltdown upstairs, apparently.
What is he like? What is he doing?
Playing ranked Fortnite. I don't know.
Oh, he's playing ranked?
Yeah, he's gold. He's ranked gold right now.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
And he's ranked. Playing ranked Fortnite.
Shoot. Well, more power to the kid. All right, dude. We're gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate you. Been fun. It's been having a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. Sorry, guys. Sorry to the Haskins family. And if you was going to edit that out, now you got to edit it out twice in 2 different spots. Good luck.
No. Raw and live and in person, man. All right, man. We get here, dude. Man. I thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being always. Oh, go Heels.
Go Heels.